Well, Zach, I think we have to start with the obvious here. Do you ever get tired of watching Shohei Ohtani?
I do not. He's an awesome ball player to watch and, role model off of. He's kind of taking me under his wing and, following a player like that, who wouldn't want to follow a guy like that?
Wow, a mentor in Shohei Ohtani. What's the biggest lesson he's taught you?
He's just told me to, just let everything go, just be myself. He's talked to me a lot about just kind of calming my head, just making sure I'm not thinking about too much and, just going into the box or going out there on the field with a clear mind and, just being the person that got me here. So I tell him every day, thank you for everything because, he don't have to do that and, he wants the best for me just like I want the best for him.
You seemed about as calm as one can be when you made that catch in foul territory. Watching it live in person was something of beauty. Just take us through that play.
Yeah, so, I knew I had a good beat on the ball. I kind of waved Ward off, tell him I had it. And, it was just a matter of me versus the wall. And, I was kind of timing it up a little bit. I knew the wall was going to come soon, so I just got up there, tried to catch it before it hit the net, and just embrace for the contact. And I was able to just hold on to the ball there and keep a straight face. That was the biggest thing.
Yeah, you kept the straight face. You pulled it off like a champ with a backwards roll. You may have a future as a stunt double after you retire from baseball.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm doing anything for this team. Whether that's putting my body in the line or getting some hit by pitches out there, anything to get a big out or a big guy on base right there, it's always good to have.
Down 5-1 at one point in this game. You guys made your 22nd comeback of the season. What is it about the resolve of this club?
Yeah, we don't stop quitting. We're a bunch of dogs that just like to fight. We just take it one inning at a time, one pitch at a time. And, a bunch of guys are just saying, let's just keep clawing back. If we just get one every inning, we'll eventually come back. So, just being able to keep putting quality at-bats out there, digging into the bullpen a little bit, and then, just being able to come out with a big win like that, fighting. Fighting was the word for today, and, we did that, and we came out with a big win today.
Yeah, it certainly paid off. Your manager, Phil Nevin, expressed the importance of this 7-game road trip earlier today, saying that if you guys come out at or above 500, you're going to be in good shape. How did tonight's win set the tone?
Oh, it set the tone big time. We came off of a big homestand, so bringing that energy, bringing that momentum this way here to Texas. Stealing a first game like this in the series, and especially against an in-division opponent, it's always big winning that first game. So, we're gonna clear this one for today, and at midnight we'll flush it and go on to the next day and come out shooting for tomorrow.
Appreciate your time, Zach. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you, guys.